Talk to me.
I gotta tell you, red and black are your colors. You're looking good. That's why we gotta get you one of these UNT mugs.
I know. I got fucking Rio Honda College.
What is
Not even.
that? What's
It's
what
out
sort
here.
of dental academy that's upstairs in a strip mall is that college?
It's easier to get into than your exes.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, well. If you had $40 was the barrier to entry, as they say in business.
You had a subscription service, is what you had.
Yeah, right.
Monthly.
Yeah, a monthly debit of both time, money, self-esteem. Just a general. And they would always be like, "This is another episode of Unnecessary Talk with Brian Sturges, and I am that Brian Sturges. You follow me at Mr. Brian Sturges, Brian Sturges Comedy. Follow this handsome gentleman at Cliff Beach Music, and of course, Black Cliff Beach. Timothy Hall _ archery, maybe. 11 at Timothy Hall Music. At and check out poorlifechoices.tv while you're at it. Living the life.
Yeah.
Go ahead and comment below if you would like a 5% off coupon code for all of your UNT mug and UNT products.
I think what you're discovering is with two people, it's like a menage a trois when someone called out sick. That's basically
It's like a threesome, but with only two people. That's
Yeah.
exactly what this feels like.
It's not as good
It's
because
not
we were
as
expecting
good.
to.
Well, three really is a nice number because then we only have to. As you know, I just blah, 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 right, and then you guys try to get a word in, and then when I watch it back, I hear the jokes that that you say that I don't hear in the moment because I'm not actively listening like a true comedian and improviser. And I'm like, oh, that was a good joke. I wish I heard it in the moment.
Okay.
Also, for some reason, because I did the edit, I bleeped out all the swear words except for the one video where the guy was swearing. But then I was like, why did I bleep me? Like, I didn't need to bleep me. I don't know. I don't know why I don't know. I don't really know why I bleeped me other than I was just like, I should probably bleep it.
Yeah, this is not for kids. Yeah, when you see like Coming to
Rodents.
America, then you see it on USA and they bleep everything. It's like Samuel Jackson.
Not as
It's like,
good, yeah.
it's not as good. It's not as good.
Peckerwood. That's a classic one. Freeze. Oh, what is it? What Robert Klein had a joke about that. Watching The Sopranos on A&E, it was like, "You mother fudger, you go to heck, mother fudger." Like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, all the good stuff. Yeah, why would you watch? Listen, don't watch The Sopranos on cable where they take out. It's the whole theme.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of gangsters, wow, see, in the biz, we call that a segue. Now, not that machine in which the owner who created drowned in a river because he fell off it or hit his head or whatever.
He off-roaded.
Go to segway.com/UNT for 5% off a ramp. He's a good guy. But the gangsters behind us. So as you know, we have a babysitter, nanny, whatever you want to call her, who refuses to have a beverage or a snack because things are laced with fentanyl apparently around here and whatnot.
Cosby.
But we were talking about COVID, and she's like, all of my friends got COVID. And this is when I had the first solidified old man moment of my life because she's in college. And she's like, all of my friends went to this concert. I'm sure never heard of them, but there's this artist named Machine Gun Kelly. Right? And I was just like, she thinks I'm an old man. Like, not that I couldn't tell you anything about him other than he's having sex with Brian Austin Green's ex-wife. That's as much as I know. And so then I say to her, well, I'm old enough to know the original Machine Gun Kelly. And she says, there was an original Machine Gun Kelly? I'm like, yeah, this gentleman here. Not to be confused with the fellow with the machine gun. I can know that three off. But this is Machine Gun Kelly, the great 30s and 40s gangster in which some white man with a face tattoo is completely ripped. Machine Gun Kelly would shoot Machine Gun Kelly 2 in the skull and then laugh about it while moving molasses over state lines, okay? So... And then I was like, it would be like if a rapper called himself Al Capone and then the blank on the face. And I realized that I am an old man and my reverences, but this is the real Machine Gun Kelly, okay? And let me tell you what, you don't get to do that, okay? Because we can agree that any pudgy man from Chicago could immediately destroy the Machine Gun Kelly too, right? It's just ridiculous. So to the youths, I guess I'm that guy. Well, I was a little hurt.
I don't know. Al Capone, you should know. I feel like that's a ubiquitous mob.
Yeah, okay.
thing.
I'll give you that, right? Legs Diamond, Lou Diamond, Legs Phillip.
La 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 la.
I
I
think that was just El Mariachi, right?
Yeah.
Talk about making the same movie twice. They're like, oh, you made it out of Mexico for $40. Here's $20 million. Selma Hayek, God bless you. Now, I would leave my wife today, this very moment. Let me explain something to the audience out there. If Selma Hayek was to hit my Ring camera, ring.com/UNT 5% off coupon code, and she says, hola, that seemed very white. Would you like to leave your entire family for me? And I would say, yes, I would. Yes, I would. I will pack up the Volvo. It's a 1986 Volvo. Of course, I have the Geo Metro that's welded together. It's in the shop. Yeah, the neighbor kids tried to drive it in opposite directions and just ripped it apart. So Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know a lot of the young kids. I mean, I know them by name, but to listen to them, it's all like that auto-tune rant, like mundane.
Isn't that the, you see the Snoop Dogg talk about the modern rappers, the modern rapists? It's like they all sound the same. It's like, it's not, you know what it is? It's because it's not hard anymore, right? I mean, it's always been, let's go back to the Manila Vanilla incident, right? It's all make-believe, right? It's entertainment, it's show business. It doesn't really matter.
Blame it on the rain.
Give them the Grammy back. Give them the Grammy
Well, there's
back.
only one. Only one can take it now.
Give
It's
him
the other
both
one.
Grammys. But then, well, give one that's just kind of hanging. Give one with, okay. Is that it? Yeah.
No, you're right though. They're like when you look at the 70s, 80s, 60s, you see like all these artists that are trying to be individual. It's like you sound like no one else. That's applauded. Now you just have nothing but these giant conglomerate people who know nothing about music. Who are like, hey, that was a hit.
You have more product
Everybody do that.
available.
Yeah,
So-
we'll all do the same thing.
So the products that's out, they're not as good. There's too many products in the market. You can't possibly. Yeah, back in the day, it was the great artists were out. Now,
Yeah,
you know,
you had to be
maybe
good.
it's time for me to record. Maybe it's time for me to create, kind of like Garth Brooks did the Chris Cornell thing or whatever it was. What was his name? Chris
Chris
Hemsworth?
Gaines.
Chris Gaines, yeah.
Well, I mean, Garth Brooks has sold a lot of records.
He has. So, but perhaps it's time that I rebrand and do my own like special character. Maybe Tommy Bruno needs to start actively releasing. You and I, we should come up with a band. We should have a band in which we don't actually perform. There's no music. It's just promotion for group that doesn't exist.
I love it. Did you see, by the way, my clip I sent you at Wing Wing?
No. No, I saw, you know what? I have found like 7 unanswered messages from people this week ever since the COVID vacation.
Well, I thought that would have gotten a response. I mean, it was literally a little karate midget. Like it's a whole movie. Did you see it? It's the last link I sent you
In the textual?
in the text. It's hilarious. We should show it, but
You know, I guess, yes. Oh, you want to? Can we get it? Getting
oh
fat
god,
guy
not
ass.
this. Oh
No,
yeah, that guy's great.
Okay.
I have that app. I forgot I even bought it.
Okay. First of all, let me tell you what bothers me about this man.
Yeah,
He has a wig on.
he's so weak.
It's a wig. It's a fake hair piece. So all of this is that you're really ashamed of who you really are.
Oh,
Okay. You're
There's
not
a
some
guy
guy
with
who
a-
always wears a hat all the time.
Those guys have hats. Machine Gun Kelly.
Okay, yeah, that's when a man wore a hat like a gentleman. That's when criminals dress. This is why you could get away with it. They were like, who'd it look like? It looked like every other white man
Yeah.
in the Midwest.
Well, you don't even the
Again.
one guy that doesn't have a hat.
Oh, God. The disrespect. Let me tell you what. There was a great line in Mad Men where the old guy was talking about the young guy. He was like, he doesn't even wear a hat. It was like, like what sort of thing? I mean, that was.
Yeah, you're not fully dressed.
That's when even like
You're poor.
like even dusty Oklahoma-based Steinbeck esque people would at least have some sort of like dusty overcoat, and gentlemen. Now everybody's got short pants on, Come on, I'm sick of it. This is the only Machine Gun Kelly. Anyway, the point is, it bothers me because he does like how much.
You're just mad because you don't have that. You could get it.
No, I'm mad about the wig or the hair.
I think you could get that wig.
I could. In fact, you know what I was thinking of yesterday was that we could do an episode where I go to one of those hair places and they put the. I would be curious to see what I would look like with a real wig, not which one I've purchased from a Goodwill or an estate.
No, we got to
sale.
take you to the black guy one, the one they glue it on, and they give you a fade.
I've seen like the Asian ones where they shave it and then it's amazing.
No, but you need the black guy one with like little waves.
Oh, the jewels from Pulp Fiction. Do I get the Jerry curl?
Yeah, you get all
Soul Glow. So, I don't even know what I'm looking at.
This is a midget. You see the midget though, right?
Okay, first of all, let's not forget about the little people.
For your height only, it's the Philippines' most successful film.
Is it really?
Yes. And he is the shortest on record feature film star at 2'9". Wing wing.
Familiar. Like I've seen him on other programs.
Yeah. He did a whole circuit. But it was like distributed worldwide. And I have a thing with little people, but
is it a sexual thing?
It could be. It could be. Not necessarily.
Does that interest you?
I mean, it's a curiosity. It's an itch I'd like to scratch at some point in life.
Call them that. I mean, they're not. You don't give them a nickel and be like, "I'd like to see behind the curtain."
Oh, give them a dime. Oh, speaking of coins, Maya Angelou, first black woman on a coin by the U.S. Mint.
Is that official?
It's official.
Is it official like the Harriet Tubman on a 20 thing?
Harriet Tubman is coming just 2030. It takes time to circulate.
2030?
Yeah, it takes time to circulate new money. So.
Why? Why don't you just stop the press? Literally, the expression "stop the presses," and you stop it, and you change the plate.
You're asking that to our government. You're asking that to we still make pennies.
It takes 10 years. It takes 10 years. It won't happen. So then Maya Angelou's going to be, when's she going to be on a 2054?
No, those are coming out now. I don't know why coins circulate earlier than paper cash, but.
What denomination did they put her on?
I think she's on the quarter. I think she's going to be on a new quarter.
On a quarter? That's one of the larger coins. Wow.
Well, it's no Sacagawea, but her and her baby.
Yeah. Do they still make the Sacagawea coins, or is that just a moment in time?
I think that was just one moment. Just like the Kennedy nickel. I don't know.
Half dollar.
Yeah, half dollar. There's a few.
But mine has the hole in its head. It's right. It's
just
it was one of the few pressings from the U.S. Mint. It was the Philadelphia Mint. Now, it was off. People think it was the San Francisco, but it was the Philadelphia Mint. Well, maybe it should have been the Texas for the bit.
Well, that's where the phrase like a Kennedy with a hole in it comes from.
How was the play, Mr. Lincoln?
Yes. Yeah. They should update that for Netflix. It's just streaming.
I needed to watch Our American Cousin like I needed a hole in the head. Okay.
Well, maybe it was shot because of a gay lover. We don't know.
Oh, but so you believe that Abraham Lincoln was
Gabraham Lincoln.
Oh, Gabe. Oh, no, not Gabe.
Gabraham.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
He
Joshua
was a mighty beard.
Yeah, he cannot tell a lie. He was very tall. He had a weird voice. That Daniel Day-Lewis movie proves that I guess the account.
Yes,
He doesn't have
yes,
he doesn't
it
have that
proves
deep
it
voice.
scientifically.
Yes,
When Daniel Day-Lewis does anything, it becomes historical fact.
I would say so. I would say so. Gangs from New York.
Now, here's a question: why didn't they use any real Mohicans? Right?
Well,
Messed up Hollywood.
there was only one. That's
And
why it's the last.
so Daniel Day-Lewis was the last of the Mohicans.
It was just one left.
I haven't seen that movie in a while. I saw it in the theater, actually. Was this one of these things like Kevin Costner where he was like a white man who got... Was he actually a Mohican in the movie? Or was he a white guy who got accepted? I don't remember. You know, they do that.
Oh, you're thinking about Dances with Bulls?
Right. Was it like that? Or was he actually... Now, and should Daniel Day-Lewis be canceled? Why didn't they get a real Mohican, Cliff?
Well, back then, I mean, everybody. Yul Brynner was Egyptian. There's always somebody. He's really Russian. But whatever.
Yul Brynner.
Moses.
Mount Baldy. What did
Now,
Yul
let me-
Brynner's wife do on the wedding night?
Yeah. Well, the
Mount
thing is,
Baldy.
he did all these PSAs to like stop smoking, but he died of lung cancer, right?
It's like that episode of Saved by the Bell where the guy was from Hollywood and he came. It's been like 30 years. And he was like, I'm here to film an anti-marijuana smoking campaign. And then they catch him. And then what's her name? The one who showed her tits there was like, oh no, your drugs are bad. Is any of this registering to you teeny poppers? This is the real Machine Gun Kelly. This is the real Machine Gun.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, you're in the acting world. There's a lot of comedians that are able to switch over to dramatic. And dramatic can sometimes switch over to comedic, but not all the time. But you look at people like Leslie Nielsen, right? They were all like Shakespearean people who eventually migrated over. I think, what's his name? Patrick Stewart. He kind of does both, but yeah. he moved over. Who else do I like? Ernest. The guy from the Ernest films was a Shakespearean actor. Jim Varney. Yeah.
But you need that blue denim vest. You know what? But then he makes million. Whatever. Romeo and Juliet's been done. Ernest goes to, was it Verona? Whew, that was a deep pull. Took me a second. Whoa. I know you people think I'm some sort of box of bricks. I'm dumber than a brick of rocks.
I like Ernest Goes to Jail. That's my favorite. But Ernest Goes to Camp is great. Ernest, I think it's The Martians or Aliens or something. The Christmas one.
Ernest gets sexually probed by an alien.
Ah, yes.
Ernest falls in love with another man.
Yeah, Ernest applies for the registry.
Ernest becomes an appliance repair person. There were so many. What do you call those?
But yeah, you could milk a character back then. He had like a kids show. I want to say PBS or something. He had a lot. Always eating lima beans. Always that woman. A lot of cross dressing happened.
Do you think that Paul Hermans, what's his name there?
Paul Rubens.
Paul Rubens, yes, of course, who was in the Blues Brothers. Believe it or not, he was one of the waiters in the scene where they're "Let me buy you a little girl." He was one of the waiters pouring or something in there.
Well, Phil Hartman helped him create that character. Then he got booted out.
I didn't know that. Tell me about that.
Yeah, Phil Hartman. That's why in the movie,
Speaking
Phil
of
Hartman
shot in the head. Sorry.
Yeah, Phil Hartman plays him when they do the actual movie within the movie. Phil Hartman plays him as a joke because they both were in either Groundlings or Second State, whatever, together. And created the character.
I don't think I never knew what Paul Rubens' history was. So he came from improv?
Yeah, he came from improv, created that character as like a late night thing. And then got into the movies, got into the kids show, and then jacked off in the movie theater. And got kicked out.
As you should. I mean, this is, in the 70s, New York, oh my God. What I would do is I would go and I would get 2 Dwayne Reed bags and I'd tie them to my shoes so that when I walked into the pornographic theaters, I wouldn't ruin my rock ports.
That's true. At least some burlap sacks or something.
Yes. So what's going on this week? What you had any shows coming up? You got any gigs? I know your book's coming out in a couple of weeks. That's very cool.
Just doing the final stuff for press for that. Wrapping up the press for the Son of a Beach album that's out now, streaming everywhere. That was on the Retro Soul Spotify playlist. So yeah, just little things here and there. admin stuff. Nothing too exciting.
Really fun. Well, speaking of admin, as you know, we're missing one of our producer, Timothy Hall.
Yes.
Well, now remember last week we discussed having COVID, or 2 weeks ago or whatever, and we both had COVID, and then Tim Hall's face was on there. He was just like, "Oh God, you both have COVID. Oh my God. Oh my God." And then we asked, "Do you have COVID?" He's like, "No, I've been protected." Guess what? COVID. Tim Hall has COVID. The three of us we all caught COVID within 14 days, maybe 10 days of one another through this show.
Yeah.
So I hope you're feeling better. He's, I actually saw him 2 days ago. Luckily, I forgot to get back a hard drive that I desperately needed from him. So the fact that he left on his vacation 2 days later, it
wasn't you though. You were over it.
No, it wasn't me. I didn't give it to him.
His friend, and I didn't give it to him.
He was doing a recording.
Yeah.
But everyone, I guess LA County is back, baby. And what's interesting is I'm starting to see people wear masks again. Like it was gone, but now I go into a grocery store and it's about 50-50 again.
Yeah.
And it's true because everyone's catching it.
I wear a mask when I go into the bank to withdraw money.
I don't think
Machine Gun Kelly time. COVID, don't worry about me.
And of course, we can't forget about Hazy Fox, Saturdays, 2 p.m. YouTube. We missed each other. I go out to Vegas after we recorded the last one. I hit him up when we went to the bar. He was in LA. So, and then at least he said that. Or he wasn't in LA and didn't want to be around the COVID.
Yeah. He's like, "Where are you?" "I'm not where you are." "Oh, okay."
Where are you? "Oh yeah, I'm in Pennsylvania at the moment." Yeah.
"Oh no, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm back in LA." "Oh no, now I'm back in Vegas."
I'm sorry. I'm in mid. I was traveling. I'm on 2 separate trains going in opposite directions.
Yeah. Maybe he's like a Daft Punk. He wears a mask and no one knows what he looks like, and people just replace him.
No one knows. You know, I've seen his face.
Oh.
Handsome.
Oh.
Handsome man. Oh shit, he's been on here. You can see his face too. Go back and watch the Hazy Fox episode. Anyway. I love the fact that we're still doing the cheapest, crappiest, goddamn podcast you ever saw. Crinkle Crackle. I'm bleeping shit. The edits are weird. We're on Zoom. No one cares.
Throw it in raw dog like you do.
I do like to raw dog. Let's be honest. I don't want to have sex with a tire. All right.
Yeah.
And I guess condoms are gone now. The kids don't wear. Apparently, when you're penetrating your partner to Machine Gun Kelly, you don't use a prophylactic anymore.
Oh yeah. Can we get like a free use snippet of Machine Gun Kelly so people know what it sounds like? Who it is?
I will. Well, it will probably get flagged, but I'll see what I can do about popping up a picture somewhere around here of Machine Gun Kelly. See, now it's another edit. As you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like a weekend update style, like pop. Oh, okay, there it is.
Machine Gun Kelly was confused with, Here's the problem I have with it is you've compared yourself to a real man, to like a real gangster, not a pretend fourth wall tough guy.
Well, that's the thing is that
real man. Yeah.
That's the thing is that the people that they pull the names from, they could never be. They don't have the ball.
You'll never be Nipsey Russell. You'll never. You'll get shot at a strip mall on Crenshaw before you'll ever be Nipsey Russell. You understand me?
Slide some more up to me. Yeah, I'm the Wiz. You know, remember Nipsey Russell? He was the Tin Man in the Wiz.
Who was?
Nipsey Russell.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even. I did not remember that or know that.
Yeah, way. He has a terrible singing voice. It's a great movie.
You know, I haven't seen The Wiz since probably. Okay, so I went to a high school in which was basically I went to a high school in a city in which there was the white high school and the black high school. And then some business and probably thin-socked, mustachioed gentlemen were like, what if we build a new brick school for you? You know, Masons, whatnot. So they combined the two schools in the middle of the city. And this is the high school that we went to. So it was every diverse. It was a huge, it was like 4,000 students or some ridiculous thing.
Let's talk about movies they've made black. But continue, sir. But I think
what the fuck? I was in the middle of a story. Write a note down. Write a note saying, come back to this. Right in the middle of it. Oh my god!
You can move it back.
Oh my god! Is this how you? No, I'm not. No, I'm not moving anything back. Is this how you have sex? You're worried about you. You're in the middle of pleasure. You're like, I haven't come yet. Like, so what? So okay. See, the story's not worth it. So let me wrap up this story. So basically, is they had our teacher, and it was all. I swear to God. Well, if you let me get it out, Cliff, let me get it out. So they was all white stuff, and so I was. I played Gaston in Beauty and the Beast and then I was the dentist in Rocky Horror Picture Show and whatnot.
You mean Little Shop?
That's it. And feed me, fat boy. And then, but it's all very kind of white. And then there was somebody from the African American community who wanted to do like non-white shit. So they were like, we're gonna put on another production of The Wiz. I did not. I was unfamiliar. No, but hold on, hear me out. I was unfamiliar with The Wiz at that point. I was just, it's a cool version of The Wizard of Oz. So I went to audition, and there were some looks, and I was like, obviously they need a white guy. There's not too many around here. Looking good. I didn't get a part.
I didn't
know.
They could have blackfaced you as one of the monkeys or something.
You can't do that anymore. They removed 2 episodes off Netflix. One of The Office, where they did the Santa episode, where they did the German guy and his friend had the blackface on for like a quick second. And then they did a Community episode where Ken Jeong was in kind of like a blackface in the whole episode, and they've removed those. So now you can't see those 2 episodes.
That's stupid. I mean, I think blackface doesn't have to always be offensive. You know? Like, look at Robert Downey Jr.
You heard it here in Crackly First, people.
Tiny Tim's TikToks. All
right, well, this gentleman has lice. I've never really.
Oh, you don't cut lice, right?
I thought, can't you just shampoo it?
You should.
That's a lot. But aren't you just taking the lice now and then putting it over? Aren't you
into the clippers?
Oh, like, why isn't this being done outside?
Yeah, this is gross. Well, right? They need a place to live. Like, they live in people's hair, so.
But no, I know that they need a place. Like,
you'd also have to. I mean, that's a pretty crazy infestation. You'd have to be very specific. But yeah, there's a shampoo. What's it called? Dreep or Deep?
Yeah, I mean, Bug Be Gone.
Ho Be Gone. Wash that hoe right out of my life. Oh no!
Oh man!
Oh yeah! Come on now!
Now watch this. This person pulls over. Bam! Just text. I hope you enjoyed that nice 480 DPI image.
I thought he wanted it for himself. I guess it's just an off police. It didn't have police on his back.
Oh,
she had no underwear on.
Maybe he's just a guy who's maybe he's just he's like Death Wish. He's the Death Wish guy. He's out helping people.
I don't know what she was doing though. I think sometimes the cops could just be like, move along, you know? I think you have to arrest everybody.
I'm sure this all could have been resolved by the police officer saying, move along. Here we go. Oh
no.
Now that is how you play hockey.
You should not keep going.
That. Try doing that, Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah? Why? I could get any man named Sean in the Beantown area would clearly murder you.
I don't know. I feel now I want Machine Gun Kelly to come on here and tell you So go fuck yourself.
Here's a nice gentleman with a giant sturgeon fish on his back, just hanging out,
How did he catch it? Because it didn't look like he had a rod or anything.
It did, right. It looked like he stole
Noodling?
sturgeon.
Oh,
Who's walking around with a giant fish on their back?
do people eat sturgeon? I thought you just use them for caviar. I've never gone to it.
Eggs? I don't know. Maybe that. Oh my God. Maybe that's Grand Theft eggs ovaries. That's Grand Theft ovaries. That's what that is.
Hello, my name is Randall B. Gillis. I'm talking to all the people that put negative posts on my page. Remove it now. You hear me? Remove it now.
I don't even know what you expect. I'm just gonna get more negative.
Now.
Let's
It's 1980 and Ella Fitzgerald wants her glasses back. Jesus.
Yeah. Where's Joe Pass? Where's
Right?
Joe Pass laying the 1625s? Now let's just take a moment. This is not to be construed as a negative comment, but you know we got a little hole in the tank top. This gentleman's got his short pants on, put his credit card in, and then whoops! Oh, accidental dookie, and he's taking his heels and smashing
Ew.
them in.
There's no accidental dookie.
Now,
Neither.
he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do.
Well, this was self-service.
Oh, man. Man.
Clean up on aisle one.
Last week we had that too. With that, yeah.
I mean, it does happen where your body just
because
says.
it seems to happen a lot on these things.
Well, it's like, you had to go and you held it too long. That's an American thing. We won't hold it because we're like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that.
I feel like that was an accident. I feel like he was just trying to crack a rat.
Yeah, sometimes you just let it rip and
So
more
that
comes out.
means he's not wearing underwear.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Plenty of these. I see.
Yes.
Is that a gigantic Sunny D?
Yes.
Get it in.
Yes. That's how you get in shape for summer, baby. Right? Get those hot 6-pack abs.
You'd be surprised how many times I see people using equipment incorrectly. Like, not even close to how it was meant to be. Legit. I don't even know what we thought.
He hit his head. You didn't see it?
Pretty good remix.
It gets all of that back fat, everything. It snatches all of this in. All of it. All of this baby
Good.
weight. I've been in this bad boy since about 9:30, so it's time for me to come out. But I just want to show you. See the snatchness? Yes. Now.
Really?
All my stomach. That's what I'm talking about. The extreme curves way. Get bored, ladies.
So when you're at the club and you're like, she has a very tiny waist.
You try to be so smooth.
Bese me mucho. Bese me mucho.
Oh, God.
Check out Houston TX Nail Tech. This is another episode of Unnecessary Talk with Brian Sturges. And I am that Brian Sturges. You follow me, Mr. Brian Sturges. Brian Sturges Comedy. Cliff Beach Music. Black Cliff Beach. Timothy Hall School Archery. Timothy Hall Music. For Life Choices TV. And of course, please check out the real Machine Gun Kelly on tour at the Mob Museum in Vegas. I don't know, whatever. That's the real one. That's the real one. Hey, you know when we're going to see you, Cliff? Do you know when we're going to see you?
See you next Tuesday.
Were you sold? Did that sell it for you?
See you next Tuesday. This has been Unnecessary Talk.
One more good one.
We'll see you next Tuesday. Peace, bitches.
Whatever.
And now for something completely different.
I don't get lucky. I make my own luck.
Don't be a fuckwit.
Cream cheese. An 8-ounce pack.
I do not enjoy Daft Punk.
Absolute bellend.
Excuse me, please.
Oh, bollocks. I've got to stop swearing.
I would like to apologize for the rather poor taste of the previous item.
And there's a big crowd here today to see these prize idiots in action.
Tommy, fuck off. Absolute turd.
Something completely different.